that. We good?
Yeah.
Welcome to Bucketphoria. Yes, I am back from IR again. I'm glad to be back. Welcome. This is a NBA podcast presented by the Sports Dynasty and Mafia Sports Report. What's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
Yeah. So Juan and Alex did a wonderful job about how talented this league and how crazy everything's been going on. So that's already been spoken about, you know what I'm saying? So there's something new I've been wanting to talk about. I'm actually glad we're doing this because I feel like we never had a type of recording or show or anything where we kind of spoke about this topic.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how the media has players win MVP, the voting system. And a guy like Jokic, who won back-to-back, and the season he's having, it should definitely be implied that he could probably win a third in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it kind of feels like there's an unwritten rule in the media where they don't allow that to happen.
Yeah, because the last time a player won 3 straight MVPs was in 83 through 86 with Larry Bird.
Right.
Michael Jordan never done it. Mike Johnson never done it. LeBron never done it.
Yep.
Steph Curry never done it.
Nope.
Giannis never done it.
Giannis.
And
Did Shaq ever win a back-to-backs?
So only got one.
Only got one. Okay.
But you can make the argument he should have won it multiple times.
Right.
Like the year after Iverson won it, Shaq was the better player, but Iverson carried the Sixers to the 1 seed with the way he was playing. So it kind of made sense, but that just
it's more it was kind of, you could say it was narrative driven.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah. It's interesting. I kind of feel like, in a way, I feel like that unwritten rule does exist in the media because one of the years is definitely I could really remember where it felt like they gave someone an MVP and it kind of wasn't. It was the year Derrick Rose won MVP. And what he did was great. I think it's kind of similar to what you said with the Shaq and Iverson season, where LeBron could have gotten that MVP as well. But they just gave it to Derrick Rose because, they were 1 seed.
They were 1 seed, they went 62 and 20, I think.
Right, and it was a worse team. But I believe LeBron had better numbers across the board than him.
A little bit more points, not as much assists, more rebounds, more steals.
Yeah.
But I will also say this for that one, about Derrick Rose had the worst team. And this is kind of where the narrative part went to it. And I'm going to be using this example as well for Steph Curry later on. The team he just went with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, the beginning of the Heatles, it was kind of like he kind of disqualified himself.
Right.
At least year 1, because he went back-to-back the next 2 years.
Right.
Year 1 is like, all right, he's not both, because he was third in MVP that year.
Yeah.
He was third, behind Derrick Rose and Dwight Howard. Which Dwight Howard went 23-14 with 2.4 blocks. Actually,
that's insane.
That's a monster season. But don't got much to show for it because, or else I feel like, I wouldn't say he wouldn't want it, but Derrick Rose, again, kind of like the more, I guess, likable personality.
Yeah.
Had the better record, especially for a huge market for the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, contenders again.
Like, for example, I feel like, in a way, this will probably happen this year. I have a feeling if this MVP comes down, let's say it comes down to Jokic
and Tatum.
Yeah, or like Tatum or Jokic and like Embiid and Luka. I think those guys would definitely probably win it over Jokic. Embiid might get the sympathy MVP in a way, even though he's amazing this year as well. But I'm saying if it's between those two, they might just by default give it to Joel Embiid, even if Jokic probably give it to him as well. Or the Luka, especially everything. Luka feels like the guy where this is the guy who everyone wants to win MVP. It kind of feels like even though I believe this was both of our predictions before the season started.
It was
that he was going to win MVP, and he's looking real good right now. But I just don't understand why. I just don't get it because I would love to. I mean, hey, listen, if you're the best, just win it. I mean, you deserve it.
Yeah, a year where this prominent was 96-97 when Carmelo won his, I think it was his first MVP, where Jordan clearly had the better season.
I remember that one, yeah.
Jordan was clearly the best player, but they gave it to Carmelo, who had a great season by his own stretch. Don't get me wrong, but again, that's just another example of that. And I guess you could see this is where the sympathy MVP comes into play with Kobe in 07-08. I think he deserved it, but again, with some people think Chris Paul should have won it that year.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
With him averaging 21-11, and leading the Hornets to the number 2 seed. I think it was like a game or two behind the Lakers that year.
Right.
So the wins thing was very, very like neck and neck that year.
That's an interesting one. That's usually, that looks like more of a one that year where just they gave it to the best player in that one. Because I feel like that year, the Derrick Rose MVP is kind of low key. It's kind of like that year, but flipped, where they gave it to the younger guy with the less talented team, and they still won. But that is definitely one you could look at. Another one is probably when Russ won MVP.
Oh yeah, the triple double one.
Yeah, the triple double one. I believe it was him and Harden, right?
Yes.
Him and Harden was. Yeah, I feel like it could have went either way, but it feels like Russell Westbrook automatically won the MVP just off the fact that he had the triple double.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
And again, because he was the 6th seed, and didn't have as much was as Harden or Kawhi Leonard in that year, but
exactly,
he broke a record. He just had historic.
Exactly, and I feel like another one, even though I personally don't think he could have won MVP, but another one people look at, I think it's the one the year after where Harden won it, and people thought LeBron should have won it.
I thought he should have won it.
Yeah, you thought he should have won it? Yeah, because that's actually another season that a lot of, like, if you go to a whole bunch of NBA pages, that's the season people like to talk about a lot, is that year LeBron should have won MVP. That's 2018, right? Yeah, so, and it looks like they gave it to Harden. Kind of the reason why I think Embiid's going to win it. Harden had such a phenomenal year the year before, and they just automatically gave it to Westbrook, so they kind of gave it to Harden as like an apology.
But Harden did win 67, 65 games that year.
Something like that, yeah.
Average crazy numbers, crazy numbers on the scoring aspect. It made sense why he did win it.
It definitely did.
So it's not like it's criminal that James Harden won that.
Definitely not.
Won
Definitely
the MVP.
not. I'm just, mentioning some of the ones. That's kind of how one of the MVP races that NBA community looks at as a potential, I guess, rob or rig.
Right. Like, there's not really a year where I can say where it was straight up criminal that a player won. I think, like, you
can't either.
You can go to, like, I feel like 05-06 is a year where the second national MVP was kind of like...
The one that Shaq is mad about?
No, he's mad about the first one.
Okay.
The one where Kobe averaged 35, LeBron dragged his team to the 2 seed. That was the year he made the finals.
Right.
No, I'm lying. That was the year they first made the finals.
05-06?
No,
yeah, that's the year they first.
That was way made the finals. Yeah. And then Dirk, that was the year he made the finals. There you go. Right. Got my years mixed up. Which I feel like with national numbers, with averaging 18 and 10, I feel like with a season like that, you may as well have gave it to what's his face, Chris Paul in 2 years if you're gonna do that. And I feel like that's one thing that I feel like the thing about the media is like they're not consistent of what they want.
They're definitely not consistent. And then when I later found out like who the voters are, it just made it feel so much more worse.
Right.
What I love the most is I love every year. One of my favorite things to see is the All-Star reserves. Why? Because the coaches pick these players. And I would say they get it right like 95% of the time. Usually the guys that's there, the guys that deserve it, are going to get there. Because the coaches are going to, they know. They watch the tape. They acknowledge who's having a great season. And I feel like the same thing should be happening here. At least if it's not the coaches, someone that's involved in the NBA. So if you want to have like the executives do it, or just someone involved in the NBA, not the media, because the media's got players they like, the media got players they don't like. And the All-Star reserves, the players who deserve it usually get in.
Because I'm right now of why the media should not have a place in this. LeBron won his 4th MVP, his last MVP.
Oh yes, he got robbed of unanimous.
But he got robbed unanimous, and which means Steph Curry first unanimous in that 1 year. Right. Which I'm not saying he shouldn't have been unanimous in 2016 because he was a goddamn cheat code that season.
Yeah, he just should not have been the first.
He just shouldn't have been the first one.
Yeah.
First one actually should have been Shaq.
Look, I was just about to say that Shaq too should have gotten it. Yeah.
But I'm about to say, but he didn't win it because he doesn't like LeBron essentially.
Yeah,
he gave it a Melo.
Yeah, he gave it
not
a Melo.
Not Durant. Carmelo Anthony. Who had a great season. All right, he made 54 games with the Knicks and had a great season. Don't get me wrong, but LeBron that season was truly different.
Come on, and exactly, and they won 27 games in a row. I think he had broke. There's this record that he had broke. I think he went like 10 straight games, averaging 30, while shooting 60% from the field. I think that I will never forget this because it was insane. It was literally an NBA record. most consecutive games averaging 30 and shooting 60%. He was like Alex said, he was different that year.
That's like of all the MVPs I've seen, like I think Curry, like the second Curry one is like more dominant. But this like right behind, like those are the two most dominant MVP seasons I've seen in my life.
Definitely, those gotta be those two gotta be at least in your top 3 ever of most dominant seasons because they were just destroying people. Like they just couldn't. Those are 2 teams that just couldn't lose.
Right. Like LeBron would literally be like spot a lead just to come back.
Just to come back, yeah.
He literally did that a lot during that 27 game winning streak. And Steph Curry low-key ended games at the third quarter.
At the third quarter, yeah. He has like 30.
Right.
So definitely, yeah. See, Curry got what he deserved in that one. LeBron definitely didn't get what he deserved. And it's only that award because the defensive player of the year, someone could win it 3-4 times in a row. It'll happen.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I think 6-man of the year too. Didn't Jamal Crawford or like Ginobili won a lot in a row?
Let me look that up real quick.
It just seems like the MVP is just more. It's just more narrative.
Lou won it back to back. No,
or was it Lou?
Lou won it back to back, but no one like won it like
3 times.
Yeah,
in a row. Okay.
Because sometimes they would just start afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
They would just start afterwards, or they just wouldn't give it to him because they don't have the numbers. Like Ginobili only really won the award once, but that was because he never really had the numbers. But his impact was obviously there.
Of course. Yeah, I don't understand why they just should change this, and they should just have the coaches do it. The coaches will get it right. Those guys know who the MVP is.
Right. No, I agree with that again because they're the ones that the game plan for these people. They're the ones that watch them closely the most. They would know of all people that would
exactly.
who should win it and who shouldn't. Again, because there's a problem of why the players shouldn't vote either because
the players shouldn't.
Because let's be real, in the 60s that didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't.
It didn't work. Barroso won MVP and Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double, will average 50.
Right. Those guys have bias. That's why I love the coaches. They're just all film, man. They know who is the best. They know who's the best players. That's why in the All-Star Reserve, if they get a spot wrong, it's like 1 out of the entire All-Star roster.
But I think they will have the reasons as to why. They may feel like they're more impactful to the game than someone else.
Exactly.
Than someone else will, which it would make sense.
The MVP race would be so much better. LeBron probably would have like 8 MVPs. Jordan would have a whole bunch already. Jokic, I can't say because this MVP race is one of the. Man, we really had a video about this. I think this MVP race is going to be the greatest one ever because everyone is just insane.
Real quick, did you know Dwight Howard's the only one who won 3 in a row?
Rudy Gobert didn't win 3?
No, he won 3, but not.
9 in a row. Oh, Dwight Howard's the only one.
Yeah.
The non-NBA 75 player. Oof, that is insane.
Right, crazy.
It's insane.
Right,
but he won 3 in a row.
But maybe won it like back to back. But no, Dwight Howard's literally the only one who won 3 in a row.
3 in a row. Okay. See, he won it 3 in a row. But with MVP, it's like you can't.
It could be the argument. It should have been 4.
You could. It kind of feels like there's even a cap at MVP. It feels like if you win, because LeBron should have at least 5, bro. Like he should have at least 1 more. I feel like he's been stuck in 4. He won his 4th in 2013.
2012-13, yeah, when he won Spurs.
So it feels like there's an MVP cap as well.
I feel like if there's a year he should have won it, it should have been 1920, the one Giannis won, the second one.
That was a good. Yeah, he was great that one. He might have gone in 2021 to a beating hurt.
But probably, yeah. Because he was playing really well that year. Mm-hmm. It was him and Jokic, but they both got hurt, unfortunately. But because I feel like the big reason why Giannis won MVP was because the NBA had the stoppage.
NBA had the stoppage. It was narrative driven with Kobe. So you had those 2 things. Yeah, probably because of the stoppage. Because when the Lakers went to the bubble, they went on cruise control. They just wanted to get to that.
They wanted to get to the playoffs.
To that tournament, yeah.
And honestly, so was the Bucks. The Bucks had 2 games seriously after that to just stop giving F as well. Because there was a stretch in that season, but right before the stoppage, where they beat the Bucks and the Clippers the same weekend.
Yeah, I kind of skyrocketed LeBron into the MVP.
And while averaging ridiculous numbers, averaging a double-double because he led the league in assists that year.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It probably would have felt differently if the season just continued and the Lakers kept playing that way. Maybe things could have been different. But that's a good one. That's another instance where probably LeBron should have won it. But I was convinced a long time ago that he kind of got like canceled for winning MVPs. Like canceled is kind of the wrong word, but he kind of got like capped. Like they capped him at 4.
Right. I'm gonna say this though I think one of those situations that's like, I mean, especially now though, he's not going to win another MVP now.
Nah, he's not
he's
playing
great basketball now, but at the end of the day, Lakers record wise aren't good enough.
Right.
I mean, when they finish 15-32 though, stay tuned. But
oh man, I'll be so happy. But we did. That's another thing we did. By the way, we did call second half of the season push.
Yeah, but the 2022, so I thought they win 50 games, but. Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, he's not playing for us. He's gonna win for maybe there might be one more year that he might try Raul, but that's only if his body allows him.
Exactly. And then just because I know there's gonna a player that might get capped for that, I'm sure in the future is probably gonna be Luka. Because I swear I think he's winning at least 2 of those. He's winning at least 2.
Motherfucker Jokic might get credit for that.
Jokic,
because for that now.
I think Jokic is getting capped for that now.
Because my dude, he leads the league in all like advanced stats. The Nuggets, I think as of right now, are the number 1 seed in the West.
They are the number 1 seed.
Didn't they just beat Boston too not too long ago?
They just beat Boston.
They just beat the hell out of Phoenix, which was hilarious.
Yeah, they destroyed Memphis.
They destroyed Memphis. Like
they beat everybody.
Like he beat all the best teams in the league.
The only team they haven't beat is Lakers. They just recently beat them, but Bronny was out. They beat everyone else.
And I'm about to say, and he's doing everything right of what he should do, and he should be. And right now, I think he should be 3-time right now.
As of right now, I think he should be 3-time. Yes, it's really close, but I think he should. I definitely have him as 1 at the current moment, but I know he's gonna get capped. I just know it.
But it's just not gonna happen.
Just know it.
Like they might give it to sort of more like a Tatum or Luka or Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
It should be them currently, but
right.
that is just the way the league is, and I feel like no other sport really has that.
No other sport. If you usually in other sports, if you're gonna deserve MVP, you're probably gonna get it.
Right.
You're more than likely gonna get it.
Or if your last name is Manning.
Or if you're like, that's probably the only like situation in another sport where they kind of did that.
Right. Or if your last name is Manning.
With that they were the complete opposite of the NBA.
Right.
It was like whoever their darling was, they just kept giving it over and over.
Most times they deserve it, but it was like
it was a lot. Exactly. But yeah. Well, I just would like to take credit because I really knew I had a feeling this would be one of the greatest MVP races ever. Because it's gonna constantly keep changing like every 2 weeks.
It's going to. The Mavericks finally lost recently, right? Who? Mavericks.
I believe so.
To the Clippers, right?
Yeah, actually, kind of fairly easily.
Yeah, I did get beat up. Yeah,
because Kawhi Leonard, I think, almost had 30 in that game.
Oh, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, they almost had 30 in that game.
Oh, they
were in a streak, right?
They won. I know the Clippers won a losing streak.
No, Clippers won a losing streak. They were, yeah. I think it was like almost 10. It
was like 6, 7. Yeah, no, they were losing a lot. Oh, like a second minute, the 4th seed. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, the 4th seed, bro.
No, they lost 3 of the last 4 games. Actually, Dallas.
Okay.
They were like on a 6, 7 game winning streak, though.
They were, yeah. I remember that recently.
Yeah. Then they. Oh yeah, I forgot they got clapped by Boston last week.
Oh yeah, Boston had about almost like 40, right?
Yeah. Then they beat New Orleans. I think because Zion's been out.
That was someone who was skyrocketing in the MVP discussion too.
Lost to Oklahoma City, but I don't remember if Luka played. He did not. That's why. And they just lost to Clippers. Again, when you run out on one person to do everything for you,
that's literally what it is.
It's gonna happen.
Literally what it is.
Shout out to the Kings though.
Shout out to the Kings. Man, they have so much fun to watch.
Number 14. Also, this one I want to talk about real quick. I want to talk about the All-Star, like the fan voting aspect of it.
Okay.
Because this makes me laugh at times. I'm just being honest with you. It just makes me laugh because I know I saw that Kevon Looney and Austin Reeves and
those fan favorites, they don't play games, man.
It's a top 10.
The what?
It's a top 10, like in their respective.
Yeah, they don't play games with those
things.
fans, bro.
And okay, I understand, right? I love Austin Reeves.
AR-15.
AR-15, exactly. I love Kevon Looney.
Looney Tunes, Kevon Olajuwon.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But why are like players like them available to be voted for though?
That is a very good point. That is a very good point. Why are they in the ballot?
I'm never gonna forget what.
That's true.
I'm never gonna forget. It was 2 years back to back. Whereas I thought Pachulia was top 3.
I was like, there's a certain player who could if it certainly came down to votes, he would have got it. It was him. So I was like, Pachulia.
It was Pachulia back to back years. Once he was in Dallas and once he was in Golden State.
And they love their fans. They love their players, bro.
And again, that's why you gotta be careful about the international players because their whole entire
country might vote for them. That's what So I think they Was it always that way, where it was part media, part fans, and part?
I think so.
Was it always that way?
I think so. I can't really
because I feel like it never. I feel like it wasn't. I feel like at one point it was just fans.
That would make sense if it was.
I think it was. I think they probably changed it with it. I want to feel like they changed it as a recent thing, and I feel like they probably changed it because of Jeremy Lin, bro. My God, it's probably because he used to be up there in the votes too.
No, because I'm kind of thinking up there a little, but this is what when I saw this what it was. LeBron was number 1 for the front court. Obviously, you had LeBron, Jokic, Anthony Davis, Zion, no problems here, right?
Right.
Then number 5 we got Andrew Wiggins. He went out for a while. That's why. Only reason why I kind of have a problem with that. But when he played, he was really good. They got Paul George number 6. My boy Malai marketed in at 7. Jimmer Green at 8, Kawhi Leonard at 9, and Kevon Looney at 10, right? That's the front court, right? So here's some red flags. Kevon Looney, obviously, right? Duh. Kawhi Leonard, he's barely played. And he's very inconsistent when he does.
Paul George kind of barely played too. When he came back, he started playing back.
Yeah, but the Paul George kind of have a bad season, even when he plays.
Yeah.
And Draymond Green is Draymond Green. And Wiggins a little bit because again he's kind of been in.
He got hurt. Yeah,
he's
been up.
But that's really it. That was the market.
That's really it. Because I still feel the AD just because of how explosive he was before he got hurt. It was ridiculous how good he was playing.
He was.
Yeah,
that's why I kind of leave that alone.
Yeah.
But the guards for the West, you got Steph Curry.
Okay.
Even though he's been injured, but
he's making
exactly. Yeah. Luka Doncic, John Morant, Shea Alexander, right? Those 4, right? Mm-hmm. They got Clay, who's been very inconsistent. He went from being trash to inconsistent.
Right.
Then you got Russell Westbrook, 6-man Russ. Then you got Damian Lillard.
He's been hurt.
He's been hurt, but he's pretty good though.
Yeah, he's pretty good though.
Phoenix at number 8.
Phoenix? Oh, Devin Booker as in Phoenix.
Yeah, but Devin Booker, that's what I meant. Yeah.
But you're kind of still right. But it's funny. He's been great.
Austin Reeves at 9. And Jordan Poole at 10.
Wow, they love Jordan Poole, huh?
Everybody loves Jordan Poole.
Nah, you got it.
Everybody loves Jordan Poole.
You got it. It's a pool party. That's just impressive.
But why is he available to be voted for?
I don't know. That is I've never actually thought about that before. And that's a very good point. Why are these players in the ballot?
Like, and this ain't no second base ain't they love the Kings though. But bro, why don't we see De'Aaron Fox minus one of him?
For real.
And they deserve to be all-stars.
Yeah, I'm about to say I think they're both gonna be all-stars this year, right?
Probably. They're number 4 in the West right now.
Yeah.
They doing great.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I know not everyone feels this way. At least for the starters aspect, I always wanted the best players to be the stars, even if they didn't deserve it or not.
That would depend on who loves me.
It depends on who, but I always saw the All-Star game as I love seeing the actual best players playing against each other, and those fourth quarters. It's like those little 3, 4, 5 minutes. It feels like an eternity because it's just the best players playing each other. So I always used to love when the best players. So for example, like I want Steph Curry to be an All-Star. He missed so much time, right?
Right.
He missed a lot of games, so he might not. If he was a reserve, if he was qualified to be a reserve, he probably wouldn't qualify, right?
Right.
But
he's gonna be starting. He only started.
But that's what I'm saying. But he's gonna be starting, so he's gonna get it regardless because he's Steph Curry, and I'm fine with that because he's one of the best players in the league. No, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of want him in it.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's supposed to be entertaining.
Right.
Okay, no, and I'm not gonna lie to you. When the 2020 All-Star game was the one for Kobe, I missed Steph Curry there.
Right.
He wasn't exactly. He was hurt that year. I missed Steph Curry there.
He's a player when he's on the All-Star game. You could kind of feel it. You kind of feel like, oh, I wish like Steph was here, man.
He won the most recent All-Star here, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that All-Star was mad fun because he was shooting from everywhere.
He was shooting from everywhere. I was saying, and beat it And Jared Allen was going at each other.
And Jared Allen was going crazy. Actually, it was Curry and Damian Lillard shooting threes from everywhere, and they were destroying. They were both doing it, shooting from the low.
That was one before.
Oh, that was one before.
That was when Giannis went 100%.
Oh yeah. See,
yeah.
This, all that is great memories. All that is.
All on the same team, by the way.
All on the same team, which is listen. That's
the GM.
That's the GM's fault.
That's the GM. Okay, actually, it wasn't. Okay, at least for the Giannis one, it wasn't because at the end of the day, LeBron's first pick.
He was first pick. Yeah, but how you don't get Steph?
I forgot who he took instead.
Yeah, how you don't get Steph?
I forgot who he took instead.
I forgot who he took instead too. But how you don't get Steph?
He took Embiid, right?
I think so, but then you don't get Dame either.
Oh,
you gotta have at least one of them, bro.
Down, I'll tell you.
But like I said, they're all the superstars of the game, so I kind of want them in it regardless.
Right.
And these other players that put on show, because there's certain players that get in and they just end to be in there. But then there's certain that's in. Right, exactly. Jokic, Tim Duncan, like
those
guys, Kawhi. But Bron, he's looking to put on a show. Steph, Zion, Westbrook, Damian Lillard, like these guys are trying to put on. Chris Paul, he catches loud. These guys want to put on a show.
And they get Kyle Lowry taking charges.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry taking charges, which I greatly appreciated. That was awesome.
That's probably my favorite part of that game.
You know, KD, like I want all these guys.
I was KD playing an All-Star game in like 3 years.
Right. I want
come back.
Guys.
Like he's always hurt around that time. It's like,
and he just recently got hurt too. I'm like, are you kidding me, bro?
I think he's back.
He might be back. Okay.
I think very hopeful.
So for the starters, at least for the starters, I want literally the superstars to be in there.
All right, let me go to the East, the front court. Durant, number one, he's been ridiculous. Like the reason why they won on that 12-game winning streak.
I gotta mention his name too in that MVP team too.
Yeah, he's been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You got Giannis, who been cold as a playing
cold, yeah.
But still, Giannis still having great season for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And B missing time, but when he's there, he's amazing. Tatum is forward is kind of crazy if you really think about it. But
that is crazy.
Dame's ahead of him. I kind of understand, but still like, damn.
I thought Tatum was a lot more popular than that.
Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Pascal Siakam. He's the Toronto Raptors. He's like Kyle Kuzma 7. That's interesting, but I think I gotta see his numbers.
He's not making a season.
I'm not having a season, but
I don't know if he'll make it though.
Paolo, Claxton,
from the Nets, Nicholas Claxton. What the heck?
And Jared Allen.
Nicholas Claxton's in the
I'm actually fine with all this except for Nicholas Claxton.
Right? Where did that come from?
I don't know. He's actually killing this year though.
I know, but it's just still weird for him to be top 10 in All-Star ballot.
You know that's that fans. No Julius Randle, but I think Nick fans will fuck with him though.
Well, he's the big reason why you guys are in the playoffs right
now. Now the guards. Kyrie's number 1, which is crazy. But he has
probably because
he has like the biggest families of all time.
Yeah. And
not all time, but he's up there though.
And he's been playing great too.
Oh, he's been amazing.
All those New York fans.
Yeah. Okay, for the first time, if it was like since they got together, the media is not on. They're just playing ball.
They're just playing ball.
And
this is what we
want.
You see how great it is? Kyrie's an amazing player. See how great it's been? That he hasn't been really doing anything. He's just been playing ball. This is all we wanted.
Bro, all they do is just playing ball.
All they do is hooping. And they hooping.
Mitchell at number 2. Harden number 3. Brown number 4. Bum ass Trae Young at number 5. DeMar DeRozan at 6.
Wow, he's lower than I thought because usually he gets a lot of votes. Trae.
He's whack.
That's probably right, yeah.
7 LaMelo.
Did you just say Drummond?
I said DeMar.
Oh, okay.
6 DeMar. 7 LaMelo. What's he was doing? He's Chicago. What was it? Number 8 Tyrese. Number 9 Derrick Rose.
They love him forever. You know they're gonna love him forever.
And number 10 Darius Garland.
He might have the biggest fan base.
No. I don't think I've ever met a single person that dislikes Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose, yeah. Everyone loves Derrick Rose, bro.
And we all love Derrick Rose. Yeah, we do. He's not all-star, though. Has he played?
Johnny Brunson should definitely have to be like in that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I must say, but one thing, again, as I said,
he hasn't played, by the way.
How many games he played?
Probably like 3.
Like, again, is he available? Again, I know it's not like work, but it just has to be said. Why are players like him being able to get voted for?
And it's funny. Also, man, it's time to vote for Derrick Rose.
Right? Time to vote for Derrick Rose, Austin Reeves, Jordan Poole, Kevin Looney,
Nicholas Claxton.
Like,
it's hilarious, bro.
And not to play them, they're good players. They're good players, but at the end of the day, it's like,
I think the 1 year I wanted it to happen was with Zaza.
oh, me too.
I would
Hilarious.
love for Zaza for Trillion to have gotten it.
Listen, the Bolts got Andrew Wiggins in there.
They did Andrew.
Which, and the reason why I can't say he didn't deserve it is because if you look at the front court, and that year is like
it was tough.
Many four.
I feel like there was one person that probably should have done it, and I can't remember.
But he was a reserve though, so it was like, all right, cool.
It was reserve anyway, right? Yeah.
He was a reserve anyway, so
it kind of doesn't.
So I was like, cool, whatever. But
why the guard one was kind of like the best one.
Oh, for the East, yeah, by far. The only one I have a problem with is LaMelo because he missed a decent amount of time. Trae Young, because he's garbage. Mm-hmm. He's not going to put on a show also again, though, but he's pretty bad this year. Yeah. And Derrick Rose because for obvious reasons.
Exactly.
He don't play.
Yeah, that was definitely the best one.
The guards for the most part, they usually get right for the most part. No Jalen Brunson though, which I don't understand because he's just like him and Randall are like. The pretty much reasons why the Knicks are pretty good this year.
And Isaiah Hartenstein too.
Yeah, and as in like 5 years, exactly. So I think they really got to fix up the way they do this all-time voting.
Fix it up, man.
Because again, I shouldn't have to make a ballot, right? And my ballot is going to consist of Eric Gordon, Mason Plumlee, Trey Jones. I'm trying to think of just no name. Terrence Ross. No name, but still, he don't play that much.
I could vote for Wenyen Gabriel, bro.
You can vote for Gabriel, exactly. I could vote for Drew Eubanks. Like, and again, no disrespect to these players, but again,
I could vote for Damian Jones.
You could vote for Damian Jones. I don't know why would you do that, but you can.
But if I was related to him,
then cool. You're gonna be one of 10 people vote for him.
I wish you could see how many. I wish you could see how many. I wonder how many votes he got.
Me too.
Imagine, because even if he has one, I would laugh.
I know someone vote for him. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna sit here and tell me there's not one person that doesn't have a vote.
Imagine waking up talking about I'm about to vote for Damian Jones for the All-Star.
And someone did that too. You know someone most definitely did that.
Click.
All right, let's go. Damian Jones, let's go. Sean Holmes, you don't even play no more. Give me Sean Holmes.
But yeah, they should definitely listen, man. The reserves is always great. They get it. Like I said, they get the roster right. 90. It's like 97%.
Pretty much, yes.
They get it right. It's probably like literally only one spot. If they had the MVPs like that, the course of the NBA history would be very different. There'll be a lot of MVPs given to players who probably deserve it more versus it being narrative driven. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Again, give it to the best player.
Yeah, just give it to the best player. Whoever deserves it, deserves it. That's it.
Nah. Team I want to talk about now.
Alrighty.
Because they're kind of scaring me a little bit. Houston. Explain to you why.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, Eric Gordon, right, pretty much has said they see no difference from last year. This year, saying they haven't improved, right? And they lost 13 of the last 14 games.
Are you going to bring up the Austin Rivers comment as well?
I forgot what he said. What did he say?
He said Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green need mentors.
And I actually kind of agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with it as well.
Because it's like, okay, you have Eric Gordon, right? That's it. As for guards, that's it. Eric Gordon is 34, and he's trying to go into a win-out scenario.
He is.
You got him and Boban, right? They're both 34 years old. The next oldest person is 27.
You know what's crazy? And I think they have the most underrated player in the league right now.
27?
Yep. Sengun.
I'll bring you.
Sengun.
My boy.
Is really good. They have too much talent to be his back.
Anthony Edwards said like, yo, he's like, they should be trying to be building around him.
Yeah, he plays strictly. His low post is fantastic.
He's a beast.
He definitely is. I think that's the most underrated player in the league. Sengun. He's fantastic. Actually, fun fact, he averages I think the same numbers or better than Evan Mobley.
I got to look that up, but I can see that. I also say that Evan Mobley don't got anywhere near as much opportunity as he does.
Yeah, no, Evan Mobley plays defense though.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. For kind of wise. But yeah, Jalen Green, right? He's averaging 21 points per game, right? That's cool. He's doing it very, very efficiently, though.
Yeah, he's a shot chucker.
Yeah, he's shooting 40%. flat and then shooting 32% from three, and his true shooting is 52.7. Not really that good at all.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Porter Jr. better. Shooting 19.5. That's pretty good. But I'm sorry, but that just started backcourt. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna get it done.
Definitely not gonna get it done.
Like I'm to the point that like I think if you're Houston, I think I'd rather have Scoot than Victor.
Fair point. I agree with that. They definitely need some defense. They need some vets.
And Jabari Smith shooting 38%. For the game, he's a rookie though. He's a rookie though. I think he's been better as a pick. So
he rebounds well. Jabari, I believe he rebounds well. Jabari Smith.
Let me put it back up. Hold on. Get on.
But he is a rookie though. So that's why I'm not. Because I want to say his season is underwhelming. 7? Yeah, it's pretty decent.
7 as a 4, so I'll take that.
Right. He is a rookie, and it's because I've been spoiled as of recently. Because I think who was the player I was talking about last year?
Jalen Green.
It was Jalen Green. Yeah. I mean, he's because last year it was ridiculous. But I know he ended hot.
Like no, the first half of the year he was really bad though.
And this one he just has to fix his efficiency because now he does have to score in the league. But with Jabari Smith, he's a rookie. I'll give him time. It's fine. He can't be good right away. He is having one underwhelming rookie season, but it's okay. I'll give him the pass. But this team does have way too much talent to be this bad. Yeah, it's really bad.
That's right to the point that your only vet is saying that had not moved.
And listen, I gotta agree with him. I know Steven Silas is getting blamed now,
which I think a new face would help. But I feel like I need to see him on another team where he has another opportunity because it could be one of those situations like with John Vaughn is like maybe it's just not your time yet.
Right. I mean, he's coaching a team that literally has nothing but kids in it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's literally just they have no veteran.
And you're a young coach yourself.
And a young coach, yeah.
And you're literally a young coach yourself, so it's
a very young team.
Yeah, it's a very young team. And again, lose 13-14 is.
And didn't last year didn't almost lose 20 games in a row last year?
Probably, and I feel like that happened right after they won 8 games in a row too.
No. I think the losing happened first,
and then they won games in a row.
And then they won 8 games in a row. Yeah, I remember. What a season that was for Houston last year. losing 13-14 is just. I don't care who you are. That is just inexcusable. But Eric Gordon's comments, it makes it sound right, and Austin Rivers as well. Yeah, Austin Rivers pretty much said those guys are too talented. They just need mentors to show them how to play the game the right way. And it's funny that you bring this up with Austin Rivers' comment. I like to think of another situation. You want to talk about the sophomore slump. Scotty Barnes, he's having a horrific season. And there's actually talks about him and Thaddeus Young arguing with each other. You can kind of see the clip if you look it up. And they said Thaddeus Young was saying, I'm just trying to show you the right way so you don't fall off in this league. And then Scotty Barnes said, who the F said I fell off?
Which, their numbers aren't the worst thing in the world. Speaking of Scotty.
He's efficient, though.
Like his score went down a bit, his rebound went down a bit, his assists went up.
Mm-hmm.
And his shooting percentage went down 5%. And his 3-point shooting went down to 28%. And
That's really bad.
It's one of those things, though. It's like I feel like the numbers aren't that much worse, but if you watch, you can see it. He's
very true.
His true shooting is worse than Jalen Green's. And we already called Jalen Green an inefficient shot chucker.
It's also bad when he just averages so little and shoots way less to be that bad.
Yeah. And then you're ignoring a vet that's trying to tell you, like, I'm trying to help you out just in case you won't hit that wall and then you will fall off. And you trying to shrug him off shows immaturity.
Yep.
It shows that you're uncoachable. And it shows that the Raptors probably would have been better off trading you for Kevin Durant.
Probably because he didn't improve, one.
He did not.
Two, one of their other players they were developing looks like he developed faster than you did in OG Anunoby.
He's older than him, though. He's supposed to.
That's true, he's older than him, but the way Scotty Barnes was looking, I thought he was really going to take off this year.
Me too.
And he didn't improve not one bit. He
looks worse.
He looks worse.
And it's not the fact that you look worse in your second year. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I wouldn't be that worried about it because if it was like, all right, he just playing bad this year. All right, cool. Again, that happens. It's just more the fact of oh, I'm gonna push more. I think I'm this shit. I don't really know. Like that's the part that rubs me the wrong way. It's like, yo, like
it rubs me the wrong way. So it kind of feels like since he got that rookie year, he got satisfied, and it's like that. That was just tip of the iceberg, man.
I'm about to say, listen, he's talented. Again, this is year 2 right now, which I would hope you would think you would want to play like 15 plus years.
Right. That's what Thaddeus Young did.
Exactly.
He's still in the NBA. When you last this long time, there's a reason why you last this long time. Teams want you.
Exactly.
So there's
what I will never knock someone for being a journeyman because it's like
that many teams signed you.
That many teams signed you, and you're always good enough to have a job.
Always.
And play. It's not he don't play. He plays.
Right. He plays minutes. He plays for that team. He's heavily involved in the scheme of whatever team he's played in his entire career, to be honest. Everywhere he's played big minutes. And to not want to take advice from a guy like that, I just don't know. It's kind of hard to see where you go from there. And now I'm going to keep a very close eye in the second half of the season and especially next season. See, a player who has a past and he's still playing good, it's just his numbers in the skyrocket is Evan Mobley. Why? Because they got Donovan Mitchell.
That's just the role he's in, though.
That's just the role he's in. Right.
Like, once again, those two usually score on the guards. He's pretty much taking different defense.
Exactly.
Even though he could score, though.
He can? Yeah. That way he gets the numbers that he gets. And I think if Donovan Mitchell wasn't there, I think he would have had a way better season.
He would.
But like you said, he's just playing his role, and he's playing very good at it.
Yeah, right. And again, he's not being a dickhead about things.
Right. I mean, look, Franz Wagner looks like he got better.
Oh yeah, Wagner looked he got better. K got hurt, unfortunately, so I can't really say
he got hurt. Yeah.
So I can't say that he got better or not. I feel like who else was in that draft class?
I think was it Davion?
Yes.
He could shoot better. He could score more. We know how great of a defender he is, but he can shoot better on the perimeter. I'm trying to remember who else was there.
Obi was there, but I think he's been hurt all year.
Who?
Obi.
Obi, yeah. Obi, yeah. He's kind of been hurt. Well, I think when he's played well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he usually does.
And Giddey looks better, too.
Who?
Giddey.
Oh, Giddey, yeah. Giddey looks better as well. Yeah, Giddey's always improving, it seems. So he's kind of like the only – it kind of seems like Scotty Barnes is kind of like the only guy who kind of like fell off. Well, I would say have a sophomore slump. I don't want to say fell off, but having a sophomore slump at the moment.
I mean, you can fall off and get back up.
You can definitely fall off and get back up. That's true.
He fell off, and hopefully in this season or in the other season he can get back up and be better than when he was in his rookie year. Because
it's definitely not too late.
No, you're only in year 2. You're done.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I always have a problem when people try to say a dude's a bust after like year 2.
Yeah, I agree.
Shout out to what they were doing to Brandon Ingram in the beginning of his Laker career.
Oh man, I had so many battles, so many debates in defending this man for so long. I always liked him. I always liked his scoring package. I always loved everything about him. And people just were sold on him being a bust.
And it's because people that want to be like, oh, that's the next Kevin Durant.
Right.
That's the
always comparing.
Next all-time great this, next all-time great that. And that's again, and to me that's just lazy.
Yeah. That's
just lazy, and that's you want them to be a person that they aren't meant to be. Like, let them be that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I see like Kevin Durant things in this game?
There's definitely flashes.
Yes, most definitely. But that's just not who he is. Great scorer though, one of the better scorers in the league today.
Yeah, he is a bucket.
Like honestly, I feel like if he had his own team, he'll be a scoring champion type.
Yes,
type player.
Most definitely. I agree with you 100%. He is a scoring champion level kind of scorer.
Right. It's like when a European comes out. Oh, he's the next Dirk.
Now we're gonna hear he's the next Luka.
Yeah, he's the next Luka.
Yeah.
Or a white player comes out. Oh, it's the next Larry Bird.
Yeah.
It's lazy. It does not make sense. Just because someone has a frame or the complexion of somebody doesn't mean they're that person.
Right.
And look at Larry Market. He's the next Dirk. He catching bodies now in Utah. I don't see Dirk do that.
Never seen Dirk do that either. It's funny. All these international players, literally all the international players who played overseas in the summer improved.
Right.
Lauri Markkanen, Franz Wagner. Look at Dennis the Menace.
Playing great.
Shooting. He extended his range. He could shoot threes from farther. I feel like, who am I missing? The one player I had hopes with who didn't do it so far, and he was playing really good, was Kuminga.
He's actually been playing better though.
Yeah.
when
I
he
know
was
he was hurt though, right?
Yeah, he was.
He was hurt though, so yeah, I'll give him that. But usually all the players that play internationally, they look like they all improved.
Not because the thing is, now international ball and NBA ball is different.
Yeah,
it's more like fundamentally sound and like in your league, you like your teammates ball.
I think they're more physical too.
They are.
Yeah, because I think you can hand check there.
And again, and you haven't watched a Eurobasket game before. No, watch it. It's like fun. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Those games are fun, man. Those games are really fun. I watched a lot in the summer. I watched Franz Wagner's team a lot. He was really on fire there, and Dennis Schroeder's team. I think they played each other. It was just insane. I watched Victor a couple months ago, and I was just really seeing just
yeah,
okay, just how unfair he is. It's just fun, man. It's just international ball really improving players in the league right now.
But that's what it's like. It gets ready for that season gets ready. And I still find funny how Luka really said that it's easier to score in here than over there, and
he continues to prove it.
And he continues to prove it
because he wasn't dropping no 50, 60. He wasn't.
No one really drops that much. And like those like EuroLeague games, they don't really drop that much.
That's true. No one really does do that. Yeah, I think EuroLeague. I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, it's more physical. I've seen a lot of contact in that game where I know it easily is a foul in the NBA.
Right.
And they don't call it. Like they don't call it at all. So
my thing though is like when it comes to drafting European players. Drafting European players can be scary though because it's like sometimes like you'll get a player like Luka, a player like Derek, or a player like like those all-time great players. Or you'll get a player like
Andre Bargnani.
He wasn't even bad.
Well,
though.
he wasn't. He was just back for his pick.
And so, like, I feel like he's like he is so misunderstood because
he was a decent player.
Like he wasn't a terrible player. Mm-hmm. Was he number one pick good?
No.
Was anybody number one pick that good? Pick good that draft? Not really. You had good players though. You got good players like Aldridge. I don't think he's number one pick good. He's a great player.
Yeah, but he was a great player. Yeah. Andre Bargnani is a decent player. He was bad for his pick.
Exactly. Yeah. But I was saying more like Dragan Bender.
Oh. Dragan Bender, yeah. Or like
Darko
Milicic, or like a Hashim Thabit.
Right.
Yeah, guys like that. It's tough to call because I actually watch a lot. I've been watching a lot of CBA, Chinese Basketball League, and the other leagues, the Israel leagues. Yeah. They have players. While I'm watching a player, I'm like, I know this dude can play in the NBA. Like, right. This dude can play in the NBA. But then, like you said, they go into the league and your Darko Milicic's, your Hashim Thabits, your Dragan Benders, that happens. So it's just, again, it just comes with scouting. It's just tough, man. It's just very tough.
Marcus Zone is the other person. There you go.
Zone. Oh my God.
I'm like, who was the person that got drafted by Orlando that was ridiculously garbage?
Person who dethroned LeBron James?
Yeah.
But didn't he dunk on Giannis?
Yes.
Why does he have pivotal moments in this league?
And you know it's only one season, right? He dunked on Giannis and then he pushed LeBron shots when he instead of him.
Right. Like, I know in his house, those pictures are framed. He got LeBron in his he got LeBron on his knees, bro. Like I failed.
You know damn well. If I was I'm like, you know, I would tell people like I did this to LeBron, right?
I did this to LeBron, and look what I did to your MVP.
You know, the MVP, to Giannis, like same year. And you know what the funniest part of all time to you about that game, to Giannis? Those are the only points scored in that game.
Yeah, I will never forget Mario Hezonja, bro. I don't know why he has memories like that. It's literally a picture of LeBron on one knee, like if he bended the knee to Mario Hezonja, like if he's the new king. And then he posterizes Giannis. Like, what? Oh, my God.
That's Nick's legend right there.
That's a Nick's legend. But he's also a supreme bust.
Most definitely one of the worst busts I've seen. But
But yeah, it's tough. It's tough to call.
That one year, though.
That one.
That 1 year, though.
You know, I had to deal with a Knicks heckler because of that. But he did it to LeBron. The next morning at work, I literally had to deal with that.
Mind you, them up to years that year.
Mario Hezonja caused me stress one day. Are you kidding me, bro?
Right, and you weren't the fan of the team you were choosing?
Unbelievable.
But yeah, and scouts, they gotta do better than
they gotta do better.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll say this though. At least I haven't seen like a criminally bad bust. I mean, you got Wiseman and all, but still, but you got like, but for the most part, it's like those busts went down. The generation of busts.
Oh, you're talking about the all-time kind of bust.
The Anthony Bennett's.
Anthony Bennett's. Well, Wiseman's definitely next on that list.
He's gonna be on the list very soon.
Very soon.
But like, which is good. That's good for the league.
That's great for the league. Listen, the talent keeps evolving. That's what I keep trying to tell people. It's just evolution, bro. It's just the way it works. Everybody's just getting better.
But still, you will want like players that like are off the top of the list too fun, like, you know, I don't want to say carry a franchise, but you know, like be like a building block to a championship.
Of course.
Because at the end of the day, you gain the number one pick. They're supposed to be the best player in that draft. They're supposed to be the person that changed your franchise around.
That's true.
And
transcendent.
Exactly. And I feel like, again, Cade, I'm about to say second year, don't carry show yet. Anthony Edwards, they regress. They regress. You know, not really much for his own as of late.
Yeah.
He's actually been doing his thing, but, you know, when you have players like Rudy Gobert who does a whole fast break but can't finish around the layup, it's very, very, very hard to, do something about that.
Christ, man.
You got Zion, though.
Zion. He's a player there's players like Zion where you just know. You just knew how great he was going to be.
Yeah, Zion and John. Look at that.
Zion and John, look at it. Again, Zion, he was a player that you could have made a compelling argument for him in the MVP discussion before he got hurt.
Right.
He was insane. He was dominating people. Just battling Luka for taxes to claim the sons of the taxes.
About it. Yeah, he what's we call it? Yeah, Goldman Klein talking about we're playing basketball, not football.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Who said that?
D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell.
Because Zion's a very, very strong man.
Yeah, he is.
But anything else we got separate on here?
No, not really. I mean, next week we're gonna talk about our All-Star predictions. So that's pretty much our
own All-Star ballot.
Our own All-Star ballot.
Spoiler alert: there will not be Kevin Looney. There will be no Austin Reeves. No Jordan Poole. We love those players. We love them.
We love those players. Yeah,
but it's not true.
Definitely be a non-biased list. We're gonna just have the guys. We're gonna gather the guys and see who we think is gonna be in it. And
Kevin Looney, the Warriors Hall of Fame. I don't care.
Oh, you already know. His jersey's getting retired.
I'm about to say, retire Kevin Looney's jersey when he retires. I don't care.
His jersey's
that's the legend right there. There's a reason why before the season started, most Warrior fans were hoping to bring him back.
Listen, one of my favorite games of the season is that game that Clay dropped. I think he dropped 54 on
Hawks.
On the Hawks, and Kevin Looney had that game winner.
Exactly.
That game was awesome. While I was in IR, I did enjoy that game.
I'm about to say, listen, and there's that game against the Grizzlies in Game 6. He had like 7 offensive rebounds, 1 possession.
He did.
For 3, he had like 20 rebounds that game.
You know what's funny? I had him in 2K one time in one of our leagues, and I had it through him.
You told me that.
Yeah. His jump shot's actually pretty good.
Listen, Kevin Looney is a legend. Kevin Elijah one.
But yeah, that'll be all, guys. Like I said, next week's show, we're going to have our All-Star ballot. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Right. Be sure to subscribe to Sports Dynasty and Mafia Sports Report. Playoff football starts this weekend. That's gonna be fun.
Yes, we will. Oh yeah, the whole Sports Dynasty crew's watching the games together. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
And take it easy.
Yes, peace.